most people think they've got good survival skills. True or false? Joe, you look as if you've survived in the wilderness for some time.
Yeah, I sleep in the woods sometimes, yeah. I've got a little fact for you. Do you know you can drink your own urine for up to 3 weeks before they kick you out of the library?
I've got a survival tip.
Go on.
You get blackberry brambles, cut them to about length. You can stick them in squirrel nests and catch squirrels. It's called the Dangle method. There's 3 ways, basically, of catching animals. There's Dangle, Strangle and Mangle. That's Dangle.
What have people been talking about this last 12 months?
I was gossiping about, these celebs who've had nudie photos taken of themselves, and then suddenly they're hacked, and there for the world to see.
So, yes, there were some leaked photos on the internet.
Stolen photographs, actually. The trouble is with this, nudity in women is used to sell things. It's on advertising, it's used to make pop stars sexy, and I realised how you can solve it is by all women being naked all of the time. Hear me out.
You have my attention.
Hear me out. So, first of all, yes, they can't use steal women's nudity as a currency. People can't go, oh, Jennifer Lawrence, why does she even have naked photographs done? So, because we're all naked all the time, that's just a photograph. And then the other thing that happens is that straight men can't handle it, and they just start ejaculating all over the place and frothing at the mouth. They can't leave the house, they can't go to work, and then women and gay men rule the world.
I love this idea. I sense for very different reasons to you.
Apple is still saying that the iCloud wasn't hacked, so we still don't know how they got these photographs.
I think they do know how they leaked the photos now. I think it was.
Oh, do they? How?
It was a phishing email that they sent to the actresses in question, saying, "Oh, your
Kim Kardashian don't go fishing. What are you talking about? As if she's going to open that. Always delete ones you don't know it's from. And if I'm Kim Kardashian, I see, oh, do you want to go carp fishing?
I don't really read autobiographies, if I'm honest. But there's a chapter in his where he talks about the fact that Gary Neville's got a small dick.
A chapter?
Yeah. Well, a chapter in which I don't think it's a whole chapter. He says he's talking about the banter in the shower room, which obviously we have our 8 out of 10 cat showers after the show.
I insist on it.
What happens in the shower stays in the shower. But he says, oh, we all do jokes. And he said Nicky Butt's got a really big penis and he does the helicopter. And he said Gary Neville always showers with his back to everyone. And he said one day I went round and I grabbed him and I spun it round. And he's just got and it's a horrible thing to write in your book. I'm just warning you two now. If you ever tell people about my massive penis, I'll be very upset. But he says he's got a penis like a little button mushroom. And now I can't... I really like Gary Neville, and now I can't...
What, you go off people?
No, you can't fantasise about it. What do you... Finish that sentence.
I can't enjoy Gary Neville's punditry, and I can't enjoy button mushrooms, and those are 2 things I, in the past, have held dear.
Someone's just said... John, someone's just said that whole thing about Roy Keane saying that Gary Neville had a button mushroom for a penis. That's from a spoof, apparently. That isn't true.
Well, I've been duped. Sadly, as well, when he said that, my first thought was, oh, I'm glad Gary Neville's got a big dick. Isn't that weird? I don't want him to have a small penis because I admire his punditry.
It's a bit of good news for Gary Neville if he's sat at home with the missus going, that's normal. I'm telling you, love, that's normal.
What do you want me to do?
We were going to raise money for, like a good cause. John's getting married, and we'd quite like to raise money so he doesn't wear a cardigan. So if we raise money for a suit for his wedding, that'd be...
OK, so you're getting married?
Let's hope so.
John?
OK.
Every day's a bonus so far.
Do you want maracas for John?
OK.
If I had them, I wouldn't need to get married.
Sounds like a joke. Doesn't make any sense at all.
I like those.
I like it.
John Richardson.
Right.
He wears his beauty on the inside.
That's harsh.
John Richardson. A suit and tie would make his little face come alive.
He has got a little face.
He's gonna take her up the aisle. He's gonna take her up the aisle, so let's help him do it in style. People, can you hear me? He could look as good as Jimmy. John Richardson. He's got the soul of a champion. John Richardson. There you go.
John, do the appeal that they do at the end, down the lens. Do the appeal.
I'm getting married in a cardigan. Frankly, I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks. I'm getting married. I've never felt simultaneously so patronised and so happy. If you just want to live in my house and just look at me every now and then and go, do the maracas? That was a
Clooney wedding. Has it given you any ideas for your nuptials?
They stayed in a 7-star hotel where the ratio of guests to staff is 1-to-1, which sounds horrendous.
A 7-star hotel? What is 7-star hotels? Does the pool have, like, a still end and a sparkling end? What level can luxury reach where it deserves 7 stars, and is there another level of 8 stars? I think the only difference between a 5-star hotel and a 7-star hotel is someone stuck 2 extra stars next to the 5 and go, see, it's 7.
Or it might have been 5-star next door to a 2-star, and they just knocked it through.
Good. I like the idea that the minibar, you open the minibar and there's a little dwarf there with a towel. What can I get you to drink?
He must have a big coat, though, because he must get freezing in there if he's in a fridge all day.
No, he comes up like Batman. He comes down on a pole from a warm area above the fridge. So there's a warm area and he slides down when someone opens the door.
But how does he know that you're opening the door? He just sees it.
Well, it's when the light comes on, he just goes, He's clinging on in the sweaty, hot room above. And then when the door opens, drops straight down. There. What do you want to drink, sir?
It's Guy Fawkes night this week, so tonight it's our palace job to guess the nation's top 3 most popular British traditions. Sean's team, what do you think are our favourite traditions?
Well,
Actual Guy Fawkes night?
Yeah.
yeah.
The actual Guy Fawkes night.
The thing is, his name wasn't Guy, it was Guido, which is an Italian name.
Yeah.
And the translation of Guido into English isn't Guy, it's Ian. So it should be Ian Fawkes night.
Oh, penny for the Ian.
Yeah.
5th of November, he climbs down your chimney. He leaves some sparklers under your pillow. And then when you grow up, you learn it was just your parents.
Those were not your parents. People had broken and entered.
Basically, what I think's interesting about it, though, is that you're celebrating something that didn't happen, aren't you?
Yeah, you're celebrating a failed attempt to blow up Parliament, yeah.
So normally you celebrate something that happened, don't you?
But that's by the by.
Is it? All right.
How's that by the by? What do you think's the key issue here?
Well, I mean, fireworks is a nice night out, doesn't it?
Not if you watch the One Show. It's terrifying if you watch the One Show. Because you always do the safety film with someone who's basically let a Catherine wheel off in their face.
Health and safety first, Jimmy.
Yeah, there's always a lot of health and safety
But the thing
involved.
is, I haven't always...
Were you applauding health and safety?
I assumed we were all applauding health and safety, and sad to be the only one.
My percentage of burning, I think.
So do you like fireworks, Sarah?
I have a slight problem with it because I married my first husband on the 5th of November because we thought it would be a really good idea because we'd never forget our wedding anniversary, and then we got divorced.
So those were the only fireworks that night?
Well, not that night.
No, that night was all right.
That night was all right. You know, it was just after that. A firework display is probably quite a good place to take a new boyfriend so he can hear all the noises in you that he's supposed to make you do, all the ooh, oh, wow.
Careful, you'll have my eye out.
Did
until it's died out, obviously. You can't touch it for ages.
The Football Association rule book, you know, we created football and we gave it away. We should be in charge of where the World Cup is.
Oh, can we get it back?
Well, we could if we invented a new version of it.
What? Come on.
I've come up with.
OK.
Footballs.
Footballs, all right. What's the difference? What's the...
2 balls on the pitch. Simple. So you've always got goals at either end going on all the time. Yeah, and one player on your team is actually playing for the other team. But you don't know which one it is. It's just change it around a bit and then take football back. Footballs.
Kelly, what did you make of that?
I just think it's atrocious. I mean, if you get into a cab, you give them the address, and that's the job of the cabbie to take you the best route. You don't sit there and tell him how to go. You wouldn't call a plumber and end up doing his job for him.
Well, I've seen some plumbing videos online where
no, but
things get quite heated between some of their female
but
customers.
I just think that he's a complete... That's funny.
Thanks. Lewis?
I'm a celebrity. That's on it, isn't it?
What was that?
I was thinking of Gemma Collins. I feel really bad, especially after the whole gastric bypass and all that thing.
So, I'm a celebrity. Do you watch the show?
Bits and bobs.
Bits and bobs. Would you ever consider going in the jungle?
For a serious amount of dough, yes.
OK, but, I mean, fast forward 12 months.
Such a dick.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I wouldn't do it. I hate bugs. Butterflies, moths... Well, butterflies aren't too bad, but moths and spiders...
Because that's the thing, isn't it? Before you go in, you've got to say what you're afraid of, and then
and in that case, I'd say I'd hate comfy beds, I hate bug spray.
I reckon they'd see through that.
If someone hacked your phone, John, what would they find?
Well, I sent my girlfriend a dirty picture last week of the skirting board in my dressing room at Preston. It was an absolute disgrace. No, they don't find anything on my phone because... but who would want to see... well, if there was a picture of you, say, Jimmy, it's not that I would find the idea of you naked arousing, but just knowing I could see it would mean I would probably look.
Well, let me send you one now.
Why, if you're taking a photograph like that, would you put it on a cloud?
It saves everything. It even saves stuff that you've deleted.
It doesn't save mine.
Yeah, it does.
With a setting.
No. Seriously, Carol.
I mean, I just think, why would you take a picture of yourself naked? Is there something a bit weird about finding yourself sexy? Is it like going... Oh, if only I was someone else, I'd bloody do me now. I'd give myself a right... There's something
weird about you doing it.
It might not be deliberate as well, though. I mean, like, my kids are at the age where they think the funniest thing in the world is to come into the bathroom when I'm in the shower and take pictures. It's not the naked pictures that worry me, though. It's everything on your phone. So when my accountant says, can you send me a copy of your P60, and I take a picture of it and email it to him, that picture is also on the iCloud and is completely hackable as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenging wank.